Thank you. I want to thank the good efforts of the senators who have led the work in finding a compromise in this regard, in particular Senator Toomey and Senator Lummis, who've worked very, very hard on this issue. Bismarck said many years ago that there are two things you don't want to see being made: sausage and legislation. And when it comes to particularly ugly legislation, this component, the regulation of cryptocurrency, may take the prize for the ugliest we have seen. Moments from now, I expect that we are going to see objections to this compromise amendment that was negotiated. If we do in fact see objections, and if the underlying language in this bill goes into effect, it will have devastating effects. There is a new and exciting industry in the United States of cryptocurrency, whether Bitcoin or otherwise, that are generating jobs, entrepreneurs who are creating new values, new hedges against inflation, new opportunities, and it is fast-moving. It is dynamic. And this infrastructure bill, a bill being sold to the American people as let's build some roads and bridges, has one little portion in there designed to obliterate cryptocurrency. Now, I fully understand that there are some bureaucrats at the Treasury Department who have never seen anything they don't want to regulate the life out of. But if the underlying language in this so-called infrastructure bill becomes law, we will be destroying billions of dollars worth of industry in the United States. We will be destroying jobs in the United States. Many of those jobs are in my home state of Texas. And we will be sending them overseas. Listen, it isn't complicated. Cryptocurrency isn't tied to any particular piece of dirt. So the grand efforts of the United States Senate will be to say, we don't want those jobs in America. We don't want those resources in America. Go somewhere else. The ugly truth with which Bismarck understood, and which is particularly true on cryptocurrency, there aren't 5 senators in this body with any real understanding of how cryptocurrency operates. We have had no hearings on this. The Senate has had no hearings on this. The House, as far as I know, has had no hearings of this. And yet, this body is prepared to obliterate an industry willy-nilly, or for that matter, the compromise. And listen, the compromise that was put forward would be a meaningful improvement, would do much, much less damage. But even the compromise would essentially kick the can down the road and allow bureaucrats at Treasury to do massive damage. And the bureaucrats at Treasury don't understand this any better than does the United States Senate. The right outcome, I think, is an amendment I introduced: strike the whole damn thing. If we want to legislate on this, actually do our jobs. Be a deliberative body, hold hearings, listen to witnesses, understand the consequences, know what we're doing. That would be the reasonable, rational thing to do. Don't just put out a rule of massive taxes and regulations with no understanding of the consequences and jobs and real people that would be hurt. For whatever reason, the Senate doesn't seem to want to behave reasonably or rationally. And I think the consequences are going to be long-standing of this foolish legislation. I think Senator Toomey and Senator Lummis have worked hard on a compromise to brunt the worst aspects of this legislation. And so I hope the proposal they put forward, or about to put forward, is adopted. But if it is not, I'm going to predict that every one of the 100 senators here is going to come to regret that this body took a part in destroying jobs and a budding industry that will provide billions of dollars of new opportunity. And if the Senate keeps on this course, we're going to send it instead overseas to our competitors. That would be a tragic mistake. Thank you.
Mr. President,